Two Pennsylvania teenagers crossed into New York City Saturday morning for what could have been a normal day enjoying the city during abnormally warm weather. And from Steven Crowder, and oh my gosh, I saw this when CNN posted it. You literally cannot hate the media enough. I don't care which one. You guys hate, people on the left hate freaking, Fox News or whatever because they're against their ideology. But when you boil it right down to it, it's all about trying to show the truth, or at least that's what media was supposed to be about. Unbiased coverage, trusted media sources, CNN. Crappy news network. But yeah, from Steven Crowder, CNN described two radical Islamists throwing bombs in New York as two Pennsylvania teenagers who could have been enjoying the city. Oh boy. Real quick before we keep cooking on this, if this take or the questions are hitting for you, smash that like if it resonates, drop your thoughts in the comments, I do read them all, and subscribe so you don't miss the daily doubles that I'm dropping. Glory to the algorithm! Yeah, they absolutely did that, and I know it's down here, but I've got the receipts. Hashtag keep the receipts. But yeah, let's hear what he's got to say.
CNN described the teenagers
this is the worst.
in a way. This is probably the worst example of media malpractice. They wrote, two Pennsylvania teenagers crossed into New York City Saturday morning for what could have been a normal day, enjoying the city during abnormally warm weather. What is this? This seems like it's a style guide. Good thing they had their walking shoes. But in less than an hour, their lives would drastically change as the pair would be arrested for throwing homemade bombs during an anti-Muslim protest outside of Mayor Zohran Mamdani's home.
Can't make this shit up.
Here's what we know so far. Well, it's tough to know because they just deleted the post. That happened this morning.
Listen to this.
Their lives would be changed forever. Do you mean they threw a bomb at Americans?
Yeah.
And they were lucky to not be shot? I would call that a tragedy that they weren't shot. Is that what their lives would be changed forever?
And I've got a huge problem in general with certain groups trying to put more value on the people's lives that show through their actions, mind you, I don't know, maybe like throwing bombs into a protest, basically trying to show that, or basically showing that they do not value life whatsoever. Why should theirs get any value? You got to give in order to get. How about that?
If you ever wondered, if you had any doubt as to the fact that the left, they use accountability. They don't view accountability as a value, to be clear. We do as conservatives.
Yep.
They view it as a political tool. They apply it selectively.
Yep.
And they use it as an ideological bomb. They don't want these people to be held accountable.
No pun intended. Coming from the group that constantly tries to, enact violence on the other. Yep.
Accountable. Yeah. They want a person protesting Islam to be held accountable.
Yes, radical Islamists try throwing bomb in New York City would have been a very appropriate headline.
Much better.
You're not trying to strike fear into people's hearts. You're describing the situation, because if it had been a white kid that had gone in to shoot up a black neighborhood, you would have said white person trying to shoot up black people.
Right.
In fact, they probably would have just absolutely slandered that kid because, everything that happens with white people against black people is national headlines, and when it's the other way around, it's gone. It absolutely freaking vanishes into thin air or swept under the rug. Again, you can't hate these media idiots enough. You really can't.
It's a much better descriptor of what's actually happening. Just say it. Because it's the irony is just so beyond parody at this point.
I love that description, though. Can we do that with other events, Like what should have been a nice, calm Oklahoma day.
Yeah.
Changed one man's life forever after he entered a building and planted a bunch of explosives.
Right.
Well, he just drove a van next to it, sorry.
Only then Mr. Dahmer ate a meal after which he'd never be the same.
Never satisfied.
Causing great gastrointestinal discomfort. You don't hate the media in the United States enough, and thank God they're becoming less relevant. By the way, a bunch of politicians and other media outlets reported the incident as rooted in racism. Here's the thing. I
just want to pause it right here. just so people can actually see how this is actually being reported. Anybody that's reporting it like this does not care about you, does not care about the truth, and does not care in general. They're only doing it to try and not upset certain individuals or certain groups. Because, I don't know, they might throw bombs at them? Maybe.
Inflexible. They are going to go extinct because it's not the strongest.
Remember? What killed the dinosaurs? The Ice Age!
Animal. It's not the strongest creature that survives. It's the one who can adapt most effectively, and they're not able to. They're still using the same old tired talking points.
Yep, and they're gonna go extinct. It's only a matter of time. As I've mentioned before, the average age of somebody that watches mainstream media is 70 years old. 70. And in case you needed the receipts, here it is. So this is from CNN, a post regarding the individuals arrested for throwing homemade bombs outside of the New York mayor's home failed to reflect the gravity of the incident, thereby breaching the editorial standards. You guys have standards? Well, that's a first for me learning that about you guys. Yeah, for editorial standards we require for all reporting. Okay, then. It has therefore been deleted. And libs of TikTok with the receipts. CNN does love ISIS terrorists because, yeah, there it is right here. This is what they posted. Despicable, to say the least. 2 Pennsylvania teenagers crossed into New York City Saturday morning for what could have been a normal day enjoying the city during abnormally warm weather. But in less than an hour, their lives would drastically change as the pair would be arrested for throwing homemade bombs during an anti-Muslim protest outside the Mayor Zoran Mondami's home. Here's what we know so far. It sounds like a frickin' movie. It really does. This is just obscene. And the fact that CNN even can claim that they have editorial standards, but still decided to post this stuff as if it's not, on the internet for pretty much forever. Well, unless you're, Wikipedia, Ilhan Omar, or Hillary Clinton. But, I'll digress from those points. Yeah, you idiots. You insufferable idiots. Just lie down in your coffin and close the top. Just go away. Seriously. You did it to yourself. You played yourself. If you liked it, let me know. If you didn't, also let me know. Just try to be loving and open-hearted with my emotions in the comments. I'll see you in the next one. Take care of your body. Change your physiology, you change your psychology. Lift heavy. Eat real food. It's the only one you've got.